Alex Pereira was recently training at Fusion Excel Sparring, knocked out one of his sparring partners, got a little bit of flack for that, but number 10 ranked UFC bantamweight Jacqueline Cavalcante just knocked out one of her male partners in training and didn't seem to get much heat for that, so Alex Pereira commented on that. She knocked him out and nobody says a word. Jacqueline Cavalcante is undefeated in the UFC, 5-0. All 5 of her victories are by decision, though. Hasn't got a KO like she did in sparring there. If she wanted to, she probably could. She's kind of in cruise control in there. If she moves into second, third, and fourth gear, she could get a stoppage. She's coming off a win of Mayra Bueno Silva, which broke her into the top 10. Rufy versus Moicano close to being finalized for UFC 325. Right now, 325 only has one fight, the main event. UFC may announce some more fights before Friday because they're doing that seasonal press conference on Friday. They typically have a lot of headliners of future cards on those press conferences. Right now, they only have 2 headlining fights for 2026, so they may announce some more fights before Friday. Josh Hokett says, contract signed. I'm looking to steal the show at UFC 324, so he's added to that card. His fight will be the 10th fight added to that card. He was looking to fight Walter Walker, but he's on the sidelines right now. There's talk of Katie Taylor and Ronda Rousey competing in boxing next year. But last year, Ronda said that Stephanie McMahon gave her a concussion from a slap, so it's not a good idea to box Katie Taylor. Just do an MMA fight with Gina Carano in MMA. It's a much safer option. UFC got 3 events in the new year scheduled. UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett. That's January 24th in Vegas. UFC 325, Volkanovski versus Lopez 2. That's January 31st in Sydney. So 2 numbered events within the span of 7 days. That's something they don't do too often. And the only other one scheduled right now, UFC Mexico City, March 28th, CDMX Arena. That will be a fight night card. Regarding Shavkat Rakhmonov beating up a streamer for making fun of him for begging to get into the UFC, Jake Shields says, having filmed a reality show with Chechens, this is exactly what I would expect. Had some mixed reactions to that. He should have been punished a long time ago. Brother, with your first victory, pro fighter attacked an ordinary man. Good job. Girl offended for a joke. Artem Vakhitov out of his December 13th Glory fight, so Fernandez is his replacement. Vakhitov won on the Contender Series, earned a UFC contract, and then rejected it because it was too little money. I guess $10K to fight, $10K to win was not enough.
This isn't a job. This isn't a career. You know what I mean? This is an opportunity for you to become as famous as you can possibly be.
You don't get it yet, do you? I just gave you an opportunity of a lifetime, brother. And I'd be damned I'd be disrespected like this.
Hunter Campbell says that the UFC will begin releasing fighters who stay inactive for extended periods of time. Josh Thompson says, I don't blame the UFC. A lot of fighters know they're not going to be champion. For some, it's not really their goal. Their goal is just to make the UFC, and the longer they stay there on the roster, it gives them a sense of validation. There's a lot of guys on the UFC roster who stick around a long time. They know they're never going to be champions, but the UFC is okay with it if you're active. If you're inactive, they're going to get rid of you. They don't want you sticking around eating free meals at the UFC PI. Some guys could just reject fight after fight and stick around on the UFC roster for like a decade. Armin Sarukian, eating well. He ain't training for a fight, got passed up for that title shot. He says he's eating McDonald's for the first time in 10 years.
Oh, there's a good example of a gangness right there.
Karate Combat adding some last-minute fights to their show on Friday in Miami. You got former UFC fighter Marcus Perez in a light heavyweight contest here at KC 58. 13 and 11 at 125 are fighting at 324. Alex Perez taking on Charles Johnson, going to be fighting UFC 324 Jan 24th. Flyweight contest. Perez just fought and lost. He was doing good for 2 rounds, then got guillotined by Asu Almabayev. Charles Johnson coming off a knockout win over Lonnie Kavanagh. He also has a knockout win over Joshua Van, who's fighting for the belt this weekend, so that's a win that aged magnificently. Julius Juicebox Walker is going to be taking on the pride of Osh City, Kyrgyzstan, Uran Satibaldiev. That's 10-1 Satibaldiev against 7-1 Julius Walker. That's February 7th at the world-famous UFC Apex in Vegas. Jason Herzog is scheduled to referee at UFC 323 on Saturday at the T-Mobile in Las Vegas, despite recent rumors of suspension due to fight-fixing investigations. Nevada State Athletic Commission Executive Director Jeff Mullen confirmed his assignment to the event. Jason Herzog told the guy who posted about him, your post November 2nd falsely states federal regulators are auditing my fights over 100 UFC bouts implicating me. UFC confirmed directly with FBI. I'm not under investigation. My fights are not being audited. You have 48 hours to retract the claim and delete your post. It was not retracted or deleted. Sometimes when you try and referee shit on social media, it doesn't work out for you. Ryan Gondra taking on Jose Medina February 28th in Mexico City. Gondra won on the Contender Series this season and got a UFC contract. Medina, I don't know if he's got some doit on Dana White, but his journey has been unique to say the least. Loses on the Contender Series and Dana White gives him a UFC contract. Loses against Zachary. Loses against Atiba Gauthier, knocked out in round 1. Choked out by Dusko Todorovic in round 1. Now he's fighting again. Feb 28th against Ryan Gandara, Mexico City. Aljamain Sterling says he wants to fight Lerone Murphy. Be careful what you wish for, G, is what Murphy says. Aljamain says just put the fries in the bag, bro. Both guys kind of have a decision-heavy oriented winning style, so it may not be a banger, but it'd be a fight between 4 and 5 in the division if it went down. Murphy looking to return in London in March. They usually go to London in March, so that's why he's targeting that date. Ishmael Nardi just picked up a knockout victory over Ryan Loder. He says since moving to Morocco, he don't have to worry about money anymore because the king of Morocco, Sidi Mohammed bin Hassan Al Alawi, supports him. Since I moved to Morocco, everything changed for the better. Before I was fighting, I was just basically fighting to survive. I get paid, spend that money on taxes, coaches, gym fees, rent, everything, no sponsors, support. I was just fighting so I could fight again. But after moving to Morocco, I had unbelievable support. Right now, I don't have to worry about money at all. Everything is taken care of. It's not just me. The king helps a lot of people, supports many athletes and regular people too, does amazing work. Some people like that. Some people are curious about that. Some people have a critical point of view about that. Welcome to the UFC, where you need kings and dictators to make a living. Ishmael Nardiev is one of 4 fighters in the UFC of Moroccan descent, the others being Yusuf Zalal, Ottoman Azaitar, who didn't fight at all this year, got knocked out by Michael Johnson at the end of last year and hasn't competed since. You also got Marwin Friki Rahiki, who won on the Contender Series this season, earned a UFC contract and is awaiting being scheduled for his UFC debut. Mohammed Makayev was at UFC Qatar, ready to step in as a replacement opponent if someone missed weight, but his services were not needed. Satanta Sports gives Murad Dvalishvili Fighter of the Year honors. It might be a little early. He is fighting this weekend. I mean, he could lose. He is a big favorite to win. I think he will win, but MMA is MMA. He's the machine, but machines malfunction from time to time, and Jan is Jan. He's a former champ. You can never really say for sure a guy's going to win until the fight goes down. It's a crazy sport. Bilal Muhammad thinks Ian Gary intentionally poked him in the eye during their fight to gain an advantage.
Fight didn't go the way we wanted to go, but all we can do is get better and grow from it, right? What do we see in the fight? Obviously, we didn't see much. We got poked in the eye 3 times. What are we going to do, right? I said Ian was very smart at figuring out ways to win fights and understand how to win, and he understood poking in the eye was going to win the fight. Especially when you do it early. Especially when you don't get points taken away from you. The rules need to be changed. There needs to be repercussions. Otherwise, guys are going to keep doing it. What's the point?
If Merab wins on Saturday against Petr Yan, he'll have won 15 fights in a row in the UFC. He's up there for the most of all time. Islam Makhachev just tied Anderson's record of 16. If Merab wins on Saturday, they're almost neck and neck. For this rematch, Petr Yan's going to definitely have to be in the best cardio shape he's ever been in his life. In the first fight, Merab had a crazy output, 312 strikes thrown, 49 takedown attempts over the course of 25 minutes. Ronda versus Gina going to look like Kimbo versus Dada 5000. Shoutouts to Paramount for being less woke than ESPN and putting an interim belt over the WMMA kitty belts. Ronda versus Gina, isn't there a weight difference? It would be funny if Gina knocked out Ronda. Gina Carano hasn't fought in 16 years. No punchline or follow-up joke needed. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you want to donate. You can via super thanks and a link on the main page.